Hey, welcome to another adventure. I promised you all that I would do the Spirit Halloween video over again because the file got corrupted, unfortunately. And I couldn't post it after I posted it to Facebook. I realized I couldn't post it to YouTube, and I've already got a reason to be out here. I got to do some volunteer and get some food later on. But for now, I figured I would redo this video because I really like Spirit. It's like my favorite Halloween store ever. And as you can see, it's dusk right now, so it's getting to be a little bit late. Got a lot of traffic going in and out. But let's take a look inside and see what we can see. So walking inside right away, I don't know if this is, let me enter by the centerpiece of this year's theme so I can show you all what it looks like. This is this year's theme. You've got, and it looks like they put out some more animatronics, so it looks like this video is not only going to be a remake, but it's gonna be slightly better. So we can see right here, this big archway right here, and actually you can buy this entire setup. They only sell them after Halloween, after the season's already over. But if you contact the manager of a store, if you go in and say I would like to buy some or all of the facade, it costs about, ooh, that guy's pretty loud. It costs about $1,000 for everything. I know this individual piece, I got a price quote on the last time I came here. They said it would be about $100 for this. It's all cardstock, so it's not going to be any high quality construction material, but it is good enough for a yard haunt, or if you want to do your own haunted house, it gets the job done. And you can see all these other props over here. These are all new. So this, we have, of course, the this ghost right here. This girl looks like she's on a timer, and I showed that in my other video when I was filming in portrait, or sideways in portrait, so you kind of had to tilt your head to get a good view. And then there's this guy, this loud werewolf guy. I said that he was going to be right there. The last time I came here, I was like, werewolf guy is going to be right there. And look, there's werewolf guy hanging out, scaring people. Let's see what this ghost does. So it's not the scariest thing ever. It's just got kind of interesting movements. And then of course we've got that girl over here. Let's go take a closer look and see what other props we got. We got this giant pumpkin guy. Let me see if I can activate him. No. I don't know if this guy moves at all, actually. I think he just might make noise, because he is talking. Yeah, he's talking, but he doesn't do anything, so it looks like this guy is just a gigantic static prop. Alright. It's pretty creepy though. It doesn't make noise, but I can see some lights in its head. It's got some lights up there, so I think this just lights up and talks. But it's still a sweet prop. So I came through this hallway the last time I was here, and I said it looked like there should have been something up in the rafters that fell down, like a spider or some kind of dropping prop. And I don't think that's true. I know I watched a video of Jackie, super enthused, going through this, and she said that there was some kind of prop here that made some kind of noise or startled her, but I don't see anything in here. They're just lights and these chains. And like I said before, you can buy this entire thing. There's only going to be one, so each store can only sell it once. They don't keep these in stock. And like I said before, they are cardboard, so it's going to be pretty weak material. just walking through this hallway, batting chains out of my way, takes us to this area where we got some props that I filmed before. The spiders don't work still, which is kind of disappointing. I can understand why, just because their mechanisms are pretty fragile. I think it's the same mechanism. I had a prop with that same mechanism that was a jumping prop, and I got it in the mail. It was shipped straight from the warehouse, and it was already broken. But it was a great prop, so I didn't complain to anybody or ask to see the manager. Of course, there would be no manager of the warehouse, but I was satisfied, even though it didn't work. We got this guy over here. I had some trouble before figuring out what this guy did. It turns out that he he pulls this in and out, so it's supposed to look like he's trying to pull a steak out of his chest after being staked by a zombie hunter. Unfortunately, this one is not working, but it is making noise and lighting up, so at least that's a plus. The last time I was here, it didn't do anything. And we got this guy. I'm not going to activate this guy because I hate jump scares, but this guy just pops his head up and screams in your face. It's kind of a mean thing to do, I think, to trick-or-treaters, especially because most of them are kids. It's always seemed a little bit distasteful to me. And we got this guy. This guy's new. Let's see what he does. Nada. Nope. That's disappointing. And this guy's almost $230. So you are going to notice that compared to the prices at Lowe's and Home Depot, these are actually pretty comparable. We got this guy right here. The Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw is his name. And he just swivels back and forth, and the saw rotates. If you want to see that.
Looks like you need a little trim. And if you're tucked there, you'll be perfect in no time.
And usually I don't like motor noise, but that actually, the noise from that actually sounds like a real buzzsaw. Like, not as loud, but it's got a similar sound to it, a similar feel. And yeah, so let's go around the other side, take a look at what they got on the other side of the hallway, and then take a trip to the other animatronics, and finally show you all what kind of cool decorations and costumes they got. So let's get it. So here's the other side, and this is somewhat disappointing to me because this prop was working the last time I was here. It was on a timer, and what it does, I don't know actually if the step mat works. No, that's kind of disappointing. But what she does, she kind of crouches down, so she'll lower herself down and then spring back up. And I had one of these one year. I mentioned this in the other video, that actually had a fog adapter, so you could plug a fog machine into it, and it would breathe fog all over the ground and then pop up out of the fog. I kind of wish this one did that, but I guess they can't reuse the exact same prop too many times or people get bored, so they took out the fog and just made it a standard standalone prop. We got this guy. This guy is one of the factory workers. You may have seen in my other video that these two were the only skeletons in hard hats, men wearing hats, if you will. But this guy is brand new to me. He wasn't here the last time I was here, so let's take a peek and see what he does.
You best be careful where you tread on this dark night. You don't know who you will run into. Creatures and creepy crawlies lurk out from every shadow. Why, I was just hiding in your closet with the other skeletons. Perhaps we let them fall out for some fun.
That's got pretty good volume on it and pretty good movement. I like the fact that it's got a pretty wide range of motion, so the head moves back and forth, the jaw opens, the shoulders move, and there's the speaker right there. It's bare out in the open. Unless you cover it with something, unless you dress him up like a giant factory worker who's become somewhat demented. Oh, and here we've got some other props from the factory motif. We've got a Scarecrow Guy over there. We've got these spooky windows that are LCD displays, and they show skeletons hard at work packing pumpkins to be shipped out, and every so often someone does a goof and stuff gets spooky like that. Haha. But here are 3 more props. These are props that I really like, with the exception of Clown Guy. He's not that cool, but this guy is really interesting. He's the Harvester of Souls, and let me take you in for a closer look for his face. I don't want to trigger that spider there and drop my camera, but if you can see in this guy's mouth, there is a fan, and there's also a fan in the girl's mouth. I don't know if you can see it. Let's get it close up. But what that does is that you plug a fog machine into this, and what it does, let me show you. I don't know.
Look at me, just as all the others have.
So what this does
I have you.
is the guy lifts up the girl to look into his face, and when you plug fog in, it lights up green. Her mouth lights up green, and it blows fog from her into his mouth. So it looks kind of like he's sucking out her soul. It's kind of like the there's an animatronic that does that actually on Revenge of the Mummy at Universal Orlando, and it's kind of the same getup, the same idea, that you've got this monster sucking out this little girl's soul, and it looks really cool when it's working right. I've seen videos of it working in people's yards, and it looks so cool when you can get the weather right where the fog's not blowing away instantly. It looks super cool. I wish I had gotten one of those back in 2007 when I started doing my yard displays, but unfortunately they didn't have props quite that cool back then. Let's take a look at the Scarecrow Guy. Yet last time I noticed that his arms were broken. His arms are not connected to his body. I thought that may have been like a mistake they made when they set him up, but it looks like this is just the way he looks. And if you look at the way he moves, you might be able to tell that this is a repurposed Twitcher prop. They had a prop several years ago that looked like a guy in a suit, kind of like Slender Man, but his face was all claw marks, and he moved in kind of the same way. He would shake his head and lean back and forth. So it looks like this is just a repurpose of that prop. We got another spider that's still not working, so I guess they didn't want to have any of the spiders working because the motors burn out pretty quickly. And let me look at this clown guy over here. And this guy looks like they turned him sideways a bit to make room, but he apparently is not working. Oh, there we go.
God, Halloween costumes make me crazy. They make me wanna pummel things with my hammer again. I think I'm going crazy again.
That's a pretty cool prop. If you're into scary clowns, that might be up your alley. I'm not really scared of clowns, so these props never really did much for me. Let's move over here. We got a demon attack dog, and this wasn't out the last time I was here either. But here we have the Unhuman Resources department, where if you have a partner who's willing to take your picture, you can be the employee of the month. But the caveat is that you are now a gross creature. So I don't know if I fit the bill for that. I probably do, but I don't have anyone to take my photo, unfortunately, so no photos of this video.
It's 16.
And we got, these are actually recycled props from past years. So that guy was here for Spirit Acre Farms, I think. And that guy, I think, was the year later when they did the Bayou theme. Let's take a look at this evil attack dog. Whoa. That is pretty startling. So they've got some masks over here. They've got, you know, several different types of masks and several different types of costumes they have. Of course, well-known figures like Michael Myers over here. They have several different iterations of the Michael Myers masks. They have some of the originals from Halloween 2. This is from Halloween 2. I think that one might actually be from the Rob Zombie Halloween from 2007, if my memory serves correct. This is the classic one, the white William Shatner Star Trek mask. And then they have this guy. This is from Trick or Treat. Yeah, this is Sam's little mask that he wears throughout the film. That's pretty neat. We got the horse head masks. Those were all the rage a couple years ago. Then we've got some more generic. I wonder if that's supposed, or no, it's just a generic Halloween pumpkin mask. But when I saw it, I was thinking, is that Halloween 3? Is that the silver shamrock pumpkin mask from Halloween 3? I've never seen the Halloween 3 masks here, but I would love it if they had that. That is actually my favorite Halloween movie out of the entire series. Just because it's so out there and it's so fun and wacky and yeah, just all around a cool movie. Got some wigs over here for different costumes if you want to be a Midnight Fiend. That looks a lot like Brandon Lee's character from The Crow. I guess I couldn't get Eric Draven because I would imagine the copyright on that would cost quite a bit, but it does kind of look like Eric. I've got some other wigs here if you want to be a creepy cult leader. If you want to be Charles Manson, you can be. If you want to be a Beatle. It looks like these are all based on like actual characters. They just changed the name to get away with copyright violation. Creepy 70s dude. A lot of these are just really creepy for some reason. I find them extremely unsettling, especially that one, because that kind of reminds me of like someone trying to pretend to be Jesus or someone being a cult leader. And we got Ben Franklin right there, off-band bald old man Ben Franklin. I don't think he would appreciate being called a bald old man. I think he would not like that. And we got some other mini costume accessories over here. We've got little voodoo hats. It does gothic, but that reminds me more of like New Orleans voodoo, like Dr. Facilier. Then we got witches hats and more witches hats and tiaras. So that's kind of like a full Princess and the Frog thing. You can be a tiara or Tiana with the tiara, and then you could be Dr. Facilier with a short hat instead of a tall hat. But that's still pretty cool. So they do have fitting rooms in case you want to fit on, or actually no, that's employees only. Disregard that. But we got all sorts of costumes here. Most of them are kind of variations on the same themes. We have food costumes over here, in case you ever felt like pretending to be items of food. And we've got some other costumes over here, more food costumes. And they got some cute couple costumes. They got peanut butter and jelly. That's pretty cute. And I'm not seeing too many other. Oh, there. Crying Joy. They have a Crying Joy emoji costume that is for couples. That's pretty cool. And then they have these costumes where you look like you're riding something or someone's carrying you. Look like you're riding on top of this poor German guy. Got a costume that looks like you're riding a gnome, in case you've ever wanted to ride a gnome. Here's something that I didn't notice before. I don't remember seeing this guy before, But he's Sam. This is Sam from Trick or Treat. And the way that this works is he's just, he just stands there and swivels side to side and, just stands there looking creepy. His activation trigger is all the way over here, which is kind of weird. It's And I never knew that Sam actually had a face. I just remember him just having that little burlap sack over his head, but apparently he actually does have a face, and this is what it looks like. It's like a pumpkin that's been disfigured by some unholy force. It's pretty cool. So we've got some Stranger Things costumes here. We've got Hopper. We got the pseudo Ouija board. Oh, this is a cosmetic kit actually. It's a makeup kit. I thought it was a Ouija board at first because it had all the letter displays. Nope. And then we got this guy, so you can be getting Madurazza's character. I forget his name. You can be Lucas, or you can be Will, a creepy older Will. Dustin. Dustin's the guy's name. That's his name. And then you can be Elle. You can be the girl that works at Scoops Ahoy. I don't see any Joe Curie, whatever his character was. I don't see any of his stuff, but yeah, I'd definitely love to see that. He's probably my favorite character out of that whole series. He's so funny. And then we got this Goth section over here. I would have loved this when I was in high school, just because in high school I was a Goth, in case you didn't know. It's a little fun fact about me. I would have been all over this stuff in high school. So here is the Wolfman. Is it just me, or does it sound kind of like Godzilla? Whenever Godzilla shoots that blue beam out of his mouth, that sounds kind of like Godzilla's roar. Let's activate him again. Yeah, that does sound like Godzilla. Or, that Nintendo 64 game, Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie, there's this level where you had to run across like a plane with dinosaurs stomping on you, and that kind of sounds like that too. Sorry for nerding out, but let me get this girl. I got a video of her last time, and still the same prop, no difference. Not that I would expect any. If there were a difference, that would be kind of unsettling. But here we have the home decor. We have some nice mats. We got Pennywise in the storm drain gate. Great. We got You'll Float too. Everyone floats down here. We've got I think that's the original Halloween. Yeah, that's from the original Halloween. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. We got We've Been Expecting You, also from Halloween. And we got Trick or Treat right there. I didn't really care for that movie, to be honest. It was kind of weird. I guess I don't like anthology movies in general. I like to have one cohesive story, but I don't know. The new VHS movie's coming out, VHS 93. And I might want to check that out once it gets released on streaming services. Besides Shudder, I don't have access to Shudder. They got a Ouija board down there, so you can walk on the same device that channels spirits from the afterlife. Be it heaven or hell, you can't really tell until it's too late. And then we got some other fun small items. You got a a little hanger that you can put on your door, and actually it looks like at one point this actually did something. Let's see. Oh no, so it just lights up. And unfortunately it looks like one of the lights has fallen out, so I wonder if somebody were to purchase this, if they could give you a discount for it. I guess I'll have to ask. And then we've got some mugs over here. Got some candles up here. These are actually saint candles. So this one is supposed to be for the Empress Kali. Oh, that's really interesting. I wonder why they have, because this isn't Halloween related. This is Hindu. This is for the Hindu goddess Kali. That's weird. I don't know why they would have stuff from an actual faith in a Halloween store. That seems kind of messed up in a way. And then we've got these little figures right here. This little pumpkin, this little skeleton guy popping it, or sitting on a cat who's in a pumpkin. So it's like sitting on top of somebody who's sitting in something else. That's fun. Got a goblet, or no, this is a lamp. A gothic noir lamp. That doesn't really strike me as being noir, but I guess. And we've got these down here, little daggers, ceremonial sage and wands and everything you'd need to have a fake conjuring. And we've got some other stuff up here on the wall. Madame Leota. Oh, that's cool. They got Haunted Mansion stuff. One of my favorite Disney rides. They got the, I'm not sure if this is her incantation, what she says in the seance room with bring us a message from somewhere beyond. This does say fortune, crystal gazing, potions, tarot readings, magic spells. So it doesn't have her full spiel on it. I think that's kind of a missed opportunity, but they do have some more Haunted Mansion stuff. They have a Haunted Mansion plaque. And this is solid wood. This is really solid material. So some of the stuff here is kind of flimsy, you might find, but this is legit. This is for the long haul. And it makes sense that it would be, because it is for home decor. Instead of just putting it out once a year, you can keep it up year round. And we got this light up Haunted Mansion wreath. I might actually get one of these for my house. This stuff is really cool. I might actually pick one of these up. We got a plush throne from the Haunted Mansion that shows all of the figures from the mansion. We got Constance Hatchaway, or the bride. We have Leota's interactive tombstone. So this must be based off the version at Walt Disney World, because the version at Disneyland does not have the interactive queue, and so they don't have the animatronic Leota gravestone that Walt Disney World does. Got the 3 hitchhiking ghosts. They got the ghost host. They've got the is that supposed to be Melanie Ravenswood? That's from Phantom Manor. It's kind of weird. Anyway, getting too much into it again. We have Nightmare Before Christmas stuff up here with a Oogie Boogie version of Operation. I have never seen that before. That is so cool. I might have to pick one of those up, because that is a collector's item for sure. And then they have this map of Halloween Town. They've got Jack's house, Town Square. I never knew that Halloween Town actually had like a dedicated map. That's so cool. And then of course I got the hinterlands, where the story starts off with the face in the tree that swings open to reveal the entrance to Halloween Town. Alright, so I think it's time that we end the video now. Walking through this hallway, making sure the chants don't catch on the gimbal and mess up the footage. But I do believe that this is going to do it for today's or tonight's adventure. As always, if you want to see more of what I'm up to and you want to see more of what I do, you can feel free to follow me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. You could also feel free, I'm going to be starting up a Twitter hopefully within the next couple of weeks. for my channel, just to give y'all updates on what I'm doing. But beyond that, if you would follow my channel, if you want to subscribe, it's up to you. I don't really bother. I don't really care about how many subscribers I have, so long as I'm having fun and so long as you're having fun. As always, this is Dazed and Enthused, and I will see you in the next video. It's probably not going to be Halloween related, because I have this idea to film a certain family entertainment center that I've actually been to a few times before, and it's really nice. It's not the Adventure Dome, it's something new and different, and I'm gonna take you there with me. But for now, this video unfortunately has come to a close, and I will see you in the next one.